Are you ready for a very scary movie that could possibly happen in real life? Welcome, movie maniacs. Today we're reviewing a movie that was released in 2019 called Outback. Now, just imagine you're a tourist and you decide to visit the vast desert land of Australia known as the Outback. Stretching from South Australia to the Northern Territory to Western Australia to even Queensland, the outskirts of the Outback is an incredibly vast land which the UK could fit close to 4 times, I think. This is how big the Australian desert is. So we got Lisa and Wade from America that decide to travel to Australia. Their relationship is a bit on the mend, but I believe that Wade does want to marry Lisa. But Wade and Lisa decide to travel to Australia to sort of mend their relationship. Lisa, to me, looks like a vlogger. She vlogs her experience. So they decide to visit Sydney. They absolutely love Sydney. They decide to hire a car and off they go on a road trip. Lisa says to Wade that, hey, let's visit Uluru. Let's go into the Outback and explore the vast desert land of Australia. What Lisa and Wade don't know is that the reception in the Outback is incredibly bad. Wade decides to do something very stupid, and that is to use his GPS phone to follow the route to Uluru. A 32-hour drive from, I think, Newcastle to Uluru. So it's close to like 3 days travel. And they decide to use a phone GPS where they could use a proper GPS, like a Garmin GPS, so they could follow the road towards Uluru. So they're on the main highway, and I forgot to mention that Wade also was bitten by a jellyfish in the early part of the movie, so he's not feeling it very well. So they do swap drivers, and they stop at a few towns and fill up with gas, and they realize that the nature of the Australian people aren't really that friendly, especially like the country people that are living towards the Outback. So then the phone GPS decides to reroute. And as it reroutes, it's telling Wade to go off-road and into the dirt road. So they go onto the dirt road from the main highway, and they decide to travel close to like 3 hours or something, just circling around, and they eventually get lost. To Lisa's surprise, she's absolutely shocked what Wade has done. So they decide to climb up to the nearest mountain in order for them to get reception. But unfortunately, when they reach that mountain, there is no reception. There is nothing. You are stuck in the Outback. You're trying to find some reception. There's obviously no reception at all. What I love is the vast desert land, the cinematography as well, the beautiful views of the Outback, just the camera panning in and out, making it incredibly scary and apprehensive towards the viewers. The overall music is absolutely fantastic throughout those scenes as they're slowly trailing back as it's becoming dusk, but then they realize that they've lost the car. They have lost their bearings as well, and they're going to be stuck here all night, and they search nearly all night to find the car, realizing that they're going to have to give up. So day one arrives and they sleep throughout the night. Unfortunately, day 2 arrives and they haven't found their car. I think at the end of day 2, Lisa also gets bitten by a scorpion, and Wade isn't feeling right from that jellyfish bite. So things are going haywire and things aren't looking great. It is a survival movie, and you know they will have to survive in order to live to tell the tale. So trial and tribulations they have to endure. Some great makeup of the wounds, great cinematography, very good movie writing as well. It's a very dark and atmospheric and energetic movie. It's a race against time. It's just a really frustrating situation as well. They're trying to find the car. They're trying to find that car and they just can't. But Wade eventually finds that car after Wade thinks that Lisa is dead. After Lisa gets bitten by a scorpion, he tries to assure her, as she's unconscious, that he's going to try to find the car. So he does find the car, and throughout the process he starts to drink his own urine in order for him to stay hydrated. Lisa wakes up and decides to venture off, so they are completely split apart and they are completely lost and they cannot find each other. So Lisa survives from rocks, from plants, to suck all the moisture from him, and Wade decides to drink the coolant of the car once he finds the car. And unfortunately, Wade gets incredibly sick. The acting is A-class in my opinion. There's so much emotion and you can feel the heartache, what they're going through. Unfortunately, Wade also finds out that the car is out of power, the battery's dead, because he decides to leave the lights on once they ventured up into the mountain on day one. So yeah, Wade becomes incredibly sick. Lisa eventually finds Wade close to his deathbed. I'm not going to spoil whether she lives or dies, but apparently I think this is based on a true story. Believe it or not, 40 tourists go missing in the Outback each year, which is hard to believe, but it is. And 40 people apparently die in the Outback every single year. Mainly from kangaroos, mainly from car accidents, and survival of the fittest when they actually get lost in the Outback. They completely lost their bearings, of course. Completely lost their bearings, and they are basically left for dead. A very good movie, great cinematography, great contrast, like the colors and just the eerie moments, and even the lighting, even when darkness falls, you can basically see everything, and I love it like that. Beautiful scenery of the Outback as well, that probably makes viewers want to actually go there and explore. Eventually, they don't end up in Uluru, they're completely lost, and yeah, that's about it. A very good survival thriller movie. So overall, terrific, absolutely terrific movie. I loved it, 8 out of 10. This was released in 2009 and this was also directed by Mike Green. This was his debut survival thriller movie, and the writers are Brian Kelly and also Mike Green. Lauren Lofberg is Lisa in this, and Taylor Wees is Wade in this. But overall, it's just terrific. Now, Wade and Lisa have some relationship problems as well, and it's got a good message as well. It says never take things for granted. Never take things for granted, because you don't know when you will lose them. Just appreciate everything, and I just love the message on this. Never take anything for granted. Once you lose everything, you wish everything to come back. But yeah, 8 out of 10 Outback gets. The Outback, an Australian film, close to 1 hour and 26 minutes. See you later, movie maniacs.